Hello guys and girls, to anyone who might see this video. Welcome to my channel. Now in today's video, I want to tell you the pros and the cons of teaching English in a foreign country. Now specifically, I want to tell you about teaching in China. So I've been a teacher here for roughly 2 years. I came in November 2019. I first went to Beijing to do training, and then I came to my current city, and I've been here for 2 years teaching English as a foreign language. Now I don't teach at a primary school, I teach at a language center, and that's where my advice is going to be directed here. I don't know anything about primary schools or international schools or universities. I only know about the kind of private language centers that operate over here, and I have quite a lot of experience, so I think I can share it with you. I've been doing this now for 2 years, and I've been at the same school for 2 years. So let's go over some pros and cons. All right, so one of the pros of working here, of teaching here, is the fact that the workload can be much lower. Now, I work about 36 hours a week, and that's considered to be about average in terms of language centers. In fact, I would say it would be considered maybe at the upper end of the spectrum. 36 hours really is split between the 5 days that we work. So 20 hours for Saturday and Sunday. They are the busiest days for the language center. And then you have Wednesday, Thursday and Friday working about 5 or 6 hours. 2 5-hour days and 1 6-hour day, basically. So it's good. It's good working 36 hours a week. And even then, you don't really do much in terms of teaching. I mean, some language centers, they might get you to teach more sessions. But at my school, they don't get you to teach many sessions at all, really. I mean, I teach a maximum of 17 or 18 now. Most of that is just preparation time, but even so, it's preparation because my school essentially prepares the materials for you. We have the teaching guide already in place. You just need to gather the materials and maybe print some extra stuff to make your class go even better. Now, another positive is that the work we do is very easy. And as I said before, about preparing those materials, you don't have to do a great deal in terms of getting your materials together and actually preparing. And the session numbers as well, they are very low, about 17 maximum for me at my school. Now actually teaching the class, it's 40 minutes long, 45 minutes maybe, for the older kids. And it's very easy to teach. The material, the content it's very basic. So it's very easy for just about anybody who hasn't really taught before to come and teach this stuff. It's very simple, basic stuff, and it's very good. It's enjoyable as well. Now, number 3, it's the fact that you do get Monday and Tuesday off. So just like any other job, you get the weekend off. Monday and Tuesday are not exactly normal days to have off, but that's because you have to work Saturday and Sunday. You have to do those hours, about 10 hours per day. But Monday and Tuesday is very easy, very relaxing. You can just do whatever you want. And one of the good things is that you have a lot of, you have that downtime to go and explore the city, to do whatever you want in China. Now, another positive is the fact that you are very well treated as an employer here, generally speaking. I've heard a few horror stories, and I can obviously go into those a little later on. But in my experience, people are friendly. You don't really get too much hassle about things. It all depends on the school, of course. It depends on the staff that they employ to supervise you. It depends on many different things. But in my experience, I've not really had much of an issue with the way that things are run, the procedures. Now also, it can be very fun as well. Now, at our school, we have demos, we have events, and these can be very fun if you allow them to be. So at the event, for example, you can be taken anywhere. You can go to any place, really. In the past, I've been to a dentist. Some people have been to art galleries. Other people have been taken to malls, different stores in the malls. I'm one of them. You can be taken to all different kinds of places to essentially advertise the school, the company, and to bring in potential students to the school. And they can be fun. They are as fun as you make them. You have general procedures, but you can come up with many different games and activities of your choosing. Now, let's get into the cons of working these kinds of jobs. Now, for one, the hours are irregular. They are unsociable. So you have to work on a Monday and a Tuesday. You don't get Saturday and Sunday off like other jobs. So you might feel that while other people are out partying on a Saturday or Sunday night, you are working a 10-hour shift. Now, it is kind of true. That is kind of the case. In the West, you will be used to working Mondays and Tuesdays instead of Saturdays and Sundays. And it's also true that people go out on a Saturday and a Sunday to party. So that's the West. And if you come to China with a Western way of thinking, you will be disappointed very easily. However, over here, it's different. Yes, many Chinese people have Saturdays and Sundays off, but for the people that you might hang around with more, aka other foreigners, you will probably be working on the same schedules. So you will all get Mondays and Tuesdays off, or some people have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, but Saturday and Sunday, you'll be working just like everybody else. And so you don't feel kind of left out in that sense. Now, another negative is the fact that there might not be a lot of room for progression. What I mean by that is that many of these schools, they do kind of keep the foreigners at a lower level, or they don't have the positions available for those foreigners to move up. There are limitations in terms of maneuverability within the company. Generally speaking, teaching is what most people go in for at the beginning, and it's possible, not impossible, to move up within your company to a higher position, maybe training other foreign teachers, or designing the curriculum, or working at the headquarters, communicating with other foreigners. But in terms of my company, that is quite limited if you're outside of Beijing and Shanghai, which are the kind of the headquarter cities, the bigger cities. Now, another con, of course, is that you are going to another country. You need to be prepared for the things that you might encounter over here. Things are obviously different, and you can make a whole other video about the merits of going to another country. Well, in this case, to China, the pros and the cons. But here I want to keep it specifically to teaching. So what I mean by this is that you can really feel out of place here, but you can also feel at home if you allow yourself to. There are certain things that you need to get used to, and the irregular working hours is one thing. Another thing might be the food, and also the social life. There might not be as much of a social life that you were used to back home. And another thing is, of course, the attitude towards the people. You need to be more open-minded about other people and how they live. And one of those things I've noticed is that those who don't change their mindset regarding how other people live don't last very long in these positions. So that was just a quick pros and cons video for you guys or girls who are thinking about coming over here to teach English as a foreign language. And this applies really to many other places in Asia and probably around the rest of the world as well. Although my understanding of these places is limited. I'm speaking mostly about teaching English in China as a teacher. You have a lot of options, and you should really look into the best options for you. What city you want to go to, what kind of thing you want to teach. Do you want to teach basic English, or do you want to do something more subject specific. And you also need to be prepared for the differences in terms of the work schedule as well as the downtime that you might have. But if you can do all of that, then I think you can teach English in China. All right, guys and girls, see you in another video. Bye-bye.